The moon was not created to become a star, and the stars were not created to become the moon. You were never meant to become everybody else. You were meant to become yourself. Hello, my dear children. Welcome once again to another beautiful episode of Night Moonlight Tales. Tell me, have you ever looked at someone else and wished you could be exactly like them? Well, tonight we are going to hear the story of the girl who always compared herself to others. Why did she keep comparing herself to everyone around her? How did it affect her happiness? And what happened that finally helped her become free and love herself for who she truly was? Stay with me until the end, because this story might change the way you see yourself forever.
Have you ever noticed that sometimes the thing that hurts us the most is something nobody can see? It is not a scraped knee. It is not a torn shirt. It is not even a rainy day that ruins our plans. Come a little closer tonight, because this story is about that very voice. Sometimes it is a tiny voice inside our hearts. A voice that keeps whispering. Long ago, in a cheerful village surrounded by mango trees and open fields, there lived a little girl named Amara. Was kind, she was thoughtful, she loved helping her mother in the kitchen, and she enjoyed watching birds dance from tree to tree. But there was something that quietly stole her happiness every single day. Amara was always comparing herself to everyone around her. The other child drew a beautiful picture and she thought hers was ugly. If another child ran faster, she forgot she was good at other things. If someone sang beautifully, she would become silent. Slowly, she stopped noticing the wonderful things about herself. And that is the strange thing about comparison. It never tells us the whole story. It only points at what others have and hides everything we already possess. One afternoon, Amara sat beneath a mango tree watching the other children. One child was excellent at storytelling. Another child could make everyone laugh. Another child could weave beautiful flower crowns. Amara sighed. By the time she finished looking at everyone else, she had completely forgotten to enjoy her own day. Then, something unusual happened.
An elderly basket weaver, who sat quietly near the village square every day, called her over. Now, this woman was known for making the most beautiful baskets in the entire village. But something else was interesting. No two baskets were ever the same. Some were large, some were small, some were round, some were tall. Amara had always wondered why. So she finally asked, "Why don't you make them all look alike?" The old woman smiled. Then she held up two baskets. One was small, the other was large. If I made, would leave empty-handed, because not every person needs the same thing. Look at the moon. Do you see them arguing over who shines brighter? Amara giggled. No, exactly. Then she said something Amara would never forget. The moon was not created to become a star, and the stars were not created to become the moon. Amara became very quiet. For a moment, she thought about all the times he had spent wishing she was someone else. All the moments he had missed because she was too busy measuring herself against others. That evening, she walked home slowly. And for the very first time, she asked herself a different question. Instead of asking, "Why am I not like them?" she asked, "What makes me special?" The answer did not arrive immediately. Sometimes discovering ourselves takes time. She realized he was very patient. But little by little, she noticed things. She realized he was very patient. She realized younger children felt comfortable around her. She realized he was a wonderful listener. And she discovered something beautiful. The things he thought were ordinary were actually gifts. From that day onward, Amara stopped competing with everyone around her. Instead, she focused on becoming a better version of herself. And do you know something? She became happier. Not because she was the best at everything. No, but because she finally understood she did not have to be. Listen carefully tonight. There will always be someone who learns faster, someone who runs faster, someone who draws differently, someone who seems to have something you wish you had. That is part of life. But their journey is not your journey. A mango tree does not become a coconut tree because coconuts are popular. It simply grows into the best mango tree it can be. And perhaps that is one of the most important lessons we can ever learn. You were never meant to become everybody else. You were meant to become yourself. And that is already more than enough. Now, before you sleep tonight, think about this. What is one thing you love about yourself? Not what someone else has, not what someone else can do, but something that belongs only to you. Because you may discover that the very thing that makes you different is the very thing that makes you wonderful. And that's correct! And that, dear ones, is the end of tonight's Moonlight tale.
Thank you, Grandma.
You're welcome, my dears.
Thank you for watching tonight's episodes with us, and please click the subscribe button to subscribe to our channels. We love you. Bye-bye.